Okay, back again, session 3, continuation of case 3. Reset the sim pit. Oh, the controls seem to be reconnected, and it started raining again on the server. And we'll taxi up to Cat 1 again. Same jet. Everything's configured. This time we're looking at Moose Airboss case 3 operations. Really hard to see in the rain. Okay, spread the wings. Launch bars down. Okay. Move up onto the cat. Launch bar retracted. Okay, we'll get the carrier set up. I'll just check the Airbus comms. We've got LSO on com 1 and we have Marshall on com 2. Other comms check.
Marshall, radio check.
LSO comms check.
Radio check.
Okay, they are both good. Let's get the carrier set up for case 3. Skipper start case 3.
501, affirmative.
Alright, let's get airborne and we'll make our way up to the case 3 stack. So 30-degree radial, so that'll be a bit of an Arctic fly. Salute. Away we go into the night. It's coming up, flaps are coming up. There's a fair bit of turbulence around still. Yeah, let's start a climb up now. And picket ship down there in the rain and gloom. We'll start making our way back to the west where the Marshall stack will be. And I'm just gonna get the carrier lights on for recovery. So on the normal frequency I'll just do a marking mums call. Marking mums.
501, Warfighter Marshal, Base 3 recovery, CD1 approach, expect final bearing 38, altimeter is 290.85, 501, Marshal Mothers, 218, radio, 21, DME Angels, 6, expected approach time is 01.
Okay, so now that's done, we'll actually check in with Airboss because that's what we want to test. Inbound mother request Marshal.
501K3. Expected PRC 047 degrees. Holded Angel 6. Expected Charlie time 2345 hours. Altimeter 29.84. Report TV.
Okay, we're up there now. If we want the Marshal radial, we just need to Airboss information. And so deck's currently closed, case 3, the Marshal radio is 248, so let's set the tail of the needle on that. Hmm. 068. And it was 6,000, we're supposed to marshal that, so we'll start dropping down at 21 miles. Now unlike the ED comms, we don't have ACL. You can sort of trick it into using the ED ACL and all that sort of stuff, but just for this it'll be a ICLS case 3.
Starting aircraft recovery phase 3 off Marshal radio 248 degrees.
Okay, there it is, 248, and we will come onto that in a second. Okay, so it's an offset Marshal radio, and final bearing is 038, so we just need to remember that for our when we come around the arc. And we'll slow down now coming into the stack. And there we are, right off the stack, holding is good. I'll leave all the naval aviator stuff.
You're cleared for recovery.
Okay, we're cleared to descend platform, so we'll just do a sector 1 entry here, come back around and descend to platform. I quite like the ED Case 3 comms, it's quite immersive, but I still prefer Airboss for the gradings and flying. So now the weather hasn't changed from the last approach here, so it will be reasonably dodgy. I'll just keep this coming around to a 30-degree intercept the inbound radial, and
501.
yes, I know, that's because I'm doing a sector entry. And we'll come back into the approach corridor now.
501.
There we go. And once we're back in, we're cleared to descend to platform 5,000 at 19 miles. Let's box the ILS or ICLS. So you can see the ICLS localizer is out to the right, which makes sense because we're going to have to arc right to get onto that inbound course. Okay. And we'll start our descent down to 5,000, 4,000 feet per minute. And we'll break that off. And I've added a call in now, which is passing platform. So what that call allows, you're fast. That was, let's say, it means we're still being handled by Airboss. But if you haven't been handled, you can add now passing platform.
501 negative.
So we're already in their queue, so it means we're logged in. So we're through the platform, 2,000 feet per minute.
Altitude.
And we start our descent down towards the arc. And the hook is down. And we're heading down to 1,200 feet to arc right, pick up the inbound radial. Now the difference with these Airboss, you actually have to fly the arc around, where in real life I believe they just would be now coming right to intercept the final bearing and pick up the localizer. So we're looking for 12 miles. Get ourselves down to 1,200 feet. And then we'll make an arc right. And I believe it was 042, so let's set that up now. Okay, so it's leaving the approach corridor slightly, that's okay. We'll start coming around now, 12 miles. And the best way to do this arc here is to make a full 90-degree intercept as we come around, like that. And we should fly back into the corridor and we should pick up the ICLS localizer. You can see that course bar just starting to float now. comes. So we start our turn back in. That should lead the localizer in. And I think it was 038.
501.
Back in the approach corridor. Approaching 10 miles. Zero 42. There we go. So we're on the ICLS localizer now, waiting for the glide slope to come in. 8 miles. We'll start our dirty up. Thrust coming to idle. Gears coming down. Flaps are coming out. You should see the glide slope coming in soon. There it is. That's a heap harder to fly without the ACL steering gear. But I can just see the ship up there in the rain. The easiest way here is just to, as you come onto the glide slope,
501.
turn out. I did turn out. Proceeding initial.
501 negative.
There. Alright, it'll be interesting. We might not get LSO here. Anyway, we'll land. I don't know why I missed a step there. I guess that's why I'm testing it, to work out if it's still working. Yeah, just set the flight path marker around that 4.5 degrees. A little bit less with the ship moving. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hectic this landing because I'm not seeing any deck lights. So it's going to be a very dark landing.
Right for lineup.
Well, we do have LSO. Just concentrating now on the glide slope. Hornet ball.
Roger ball.
I can't see squat here.
Power. Come left. Get fast.
That's terrible, and we hooked up right on the edge. one wire.
Welcome aboard.
I just impacted that helicopter back there. That's, yeah, no deck lights. I don't know why. I called inbound on the carrier comms. They should have turned them on for the approach. But anyway, there's a message for you, ED. You need some control over carrier lights because they should come on when I want them on, not when you want to put them on. So it's still set for launch at the moment. Alright. That's it. I might whip out and just do the ED ones quickly again. Ready for departure. Alright, spread the wings. We got 4,300. You may have to quickly tank. Launch bar's back up again. Flaps are there, I just need to check trim. $15, that looks okay. Right. Alright, we'll get airborne and get into the ED comms. Salute.
Radar contact, altimeter 2992.
Yep, home fuel. We will have to tank. We won't have enough to get back out and do another case 3. So... in preparation for that, let's get TACAN 71 Yankee up, and we'll need, once we get change of frequency, we'll hit 271 and hit the tanker. Let's take it up. Okay, it's on 13, we'll put 271 up. 113, we'll put 271 up. Okay, so I have to do a night join up and night tank on the S3, which I haven't done for ages, so we'll see how that goes. 3400, about to go bingo. Okay, I'm taking out at 5500.
Bingo. Bingo.
Okay, let's reset the bingo down to make it 2300 until we've tanked. And let's have a look for our guy. That's him there. 14 miles away. Concurs with a TACAN. And we'll call inbound on 271 for refueling. Approaching nose cold.
1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 6,000 at 250.
It's good he's coming right to left and towards us, so we make for a quick join up. Just get ourselves back up to 6,000 pounds, that'll do, and then we'll head out into the Case 3 ED comms. Jeez, that's bright. Oh. I've lost sight of him, which is not great. Okay, it's a mile away, we'll make our way across. Gonna get home fuel a bit here. It would be nice if he had lights on. Oh man, I can barely see him in this weather. Oh, we must be so close to him. Oh, and we just hit him. Alright. That's not great. We're going to be out in the water. Oh, that's classic. We're on fire, so we'd be ejecting now, but I'm going to bring it around and reset them onto the deck again.
Altitude. Altitude.
The world's most unsafe join up. Yeah, I couldn't see him in the cloud, it was just a shocker. I think he's still flying though. I think the new S3 model might be a little bit robust. Alright, let's eject and reset. Eject, eject, eject. Oh, didn't work. Alright, just reset. Menu. Right, change jets. And we're back. That's pretty funny. Alright. Okay, everything's on there, everything's set. Let's check if it's still recovering. It should be. Skip the start case 1.
511 negative.
Yeah, still recovering, which is good. It was interesting that S3 just kept flying. And I just don't know why it didn't have its lights on. It makes it a bit hard to join up if you don't put your lights on. Dim that HUD a bit. Launch bars up. Controls. Shades. Right, looks good to go. At least we don't have to join up. Fuel. Salute. Salute. It's amazing how much harder this stuff is at night than during the day. And I just need to set some ED comms up. 127,500. And let's call inbound. Marking moms.
511, warfighter Marshall, Base 3 recovery, CV1 approach, expect final bearing 38, altimeter is 290.85511, Marshall Mothers 218 radio, 22, DME Angels 7, expected approach time is 21.
Okay, Angel 7 again. 218 radial, 22 miles, Angel 7. Let's take it up. And we'll set that radial up. We've got the tack end dialed there now. Yeah, 038. We'll come around. As soon as we get in the stack, we'll hit a commencing and make our way in. Okay. Make our way in to intercept the stack. coolest thing with Vaicom is being able to talk rather than drop menus and mess around with all that stuff. And coming onto the radial now. Make a right hand turn into the pattern and then make an intercept the inbound, and I'll say we're commencing. £5,200. We've got plenty of fuel. This time I'll try a ACL coupled approach, see how that goes. Yeah, that tank is definitely still flying. And let's test the ACLS. So let's box the ICLS, test the ACLM. Coming back onto the radial now, approaching 22 miles. Commencing.
511, radar contact, 23 miles. Expect final bearing, 38.
Okay, 38 the final bearing.
511, switch approach.
Okay, descending to platform 5,000, 4,000 feet per minute rate of descent. Boards are coming out. And we'll call platform. Platform.
511, roger.
And break off that rate of descent to 2,000 feet per minute. There it is, 1,200 feet, descending. Okay, we've got ACL1, good data. We'll try a coupled approach. So once we get in the dirty up, I'll get the autopilot engaged and then we will use it to get on. Approaching 1200 now. Just easing the rate of descent off. Okay, up to bullseye we go. Alright, so let's put the autopilot in, got attitude hold, and we will hold barrow out for now. And we'll start our dirty up. Just flying the ICLS needle at the moment, just using the attitude hold.
511, final radar contact.
You're down.
8 miles.
Okay, flaps coming out. And final stage flaps coming out. And hook helps, hence the flashing AOA. And we're waiting for it. There's the glide slope.
511, ACLS lock on. 6 miles, say needles.
Up and on.
511, concurred, fly mode 2.
Okay. We'll fly the needles now. Just waiting for the ACL steering cue to come in, and then I'll try and couple it up. Should start dropping soon. And then we'll take the auto throttle on. Here comes the... Alright, let's try a couple it. Coupled. Okay, and auto throttle's coming on. Coupled approach. And despite the fact we can see the ship just coming in through the rain. Jeez, that home feels annoying. $4,500. And we get it to have another go at the tanker if the ACLM kicks out. At least the deck lights are on this time, which you can see them through the rain. On it, ball.
Roger, ball. You're on glide slope. You're on center line. You're on glide slope.
And it's pretty rough for the old ACLM, but it's doing a good job. A little low on the ball, but it's flying in. And it did a good job.
511.
There's the invalid. And lights are off. Let's clear the deck. Well, I reckon they're all working. I'm moving on. Any of the other errors were just lights and bits and pieces and me crashing into a tanker. We'll ditch those. I think I'll park up here with the lights. And we'll get rid of the ACM, CL I should say. Oh, last I can. Well, that was good fun. I mean, this is terrifying. Imagine doing this shit in real life. Thanks for watching. Get involved in Vaicom. Talk to DCS instead of pressing menus. Thanks for watching.